everybody! This video is going to teach about volume of pyramids and cones. Now, take a look at this graphic here. Don't actually draw it, and listen to what I'm going to say. If you compare a pyramid with a prism or a cone with a cylinder that has the same base area and the same height, the volume of the pyramid or cone will always be 1/3 of the volume of the prism or cylinder. So now, looking at this, because this is only comparing the pyramid and the prism, but you look, they have the same base area and they have the same height. So if we took this pyramid and we filled it with sand and then we poured it into the prism that has the same base area and the same height, the volume will always be 1/3 of that of the pyramid. And the same thing goes with cones and cylinders. So the formula then for the volume of a pyramid or a cone is 1/3 of the base area times the height. That's what the capital B is, the base area. So if we were to try and use this on a problem here, there is a cone. What we would do is we would take this formula. We would say, all right, well, the volume then is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. Pi r squared because the base here is a circle. And the area of a circle is pi r squared. So the area, 1/3 of the area of the base times the height. Put in the numbers then that we have. We have 1/3 pi. Half of 13.5 is 6.75 squared times the height, which is 10. Multiply this out. You have to do that squared part first. If you put this in your calculator, I would do 3.14 times 6.75 to the second power times 10. Get that answer, then divide the whole thing by 3. That's the same thing as multiplying by 1/3. And you would get 476.8875. Now, if you use the pi button, you would have gotten about 477.1. But you see, if we take this to the nearest millimeter, we'd be 477 anyway. And this would be millimeters cubed. It's cubed because here we have r squared. So we have a unit, millimeters times millimeters. And then we have times another one, times another millimeter. So there's 1, 2, 3 of them. It's millimeters cubed. All right, what I want you to do is I want you to try and find the volume of this solid. I understand this is composed of a couple figures. It's a cylinder and it is a cone, but see if you can do that. Pause the video and try it. Okay, on this shape, the volume of the solid is equal to the volume of the cone plus the volume of the cylinder. So, volume is going to be 1/3 pi 9 squared, because 9 is the radius down there, times 7 plus pi for the cylinder, 9 squared times height, 29. This will come out to 593.46 plus 7375.86. Add those together and get 7969.32. And then our units would be feet cubed. Now, if you use the pi button, you would have gotten 7973.36. And when you look at that, when you go, wow, well, this one's really off, 73 to 69, and you might wonder why. Well, because look here in the problem, we used pi twice, and instead of using the pi button, I used 3.14. So 3.14 and the pi button are going to be off anyway, but if I do it twice in my calculation, it's going to be even further off. All right, now I want you to try this one. This is my last sample. Try this one yourself. The solid is a cube and it has a cone-shaped hole in it. and I want you to find the volume of the solid. And this one, I want you to round your answer to the nearest whole number as well. So go ahead and try this one and see if you can do it. Pause the video. Okay, for this one, we have the volume of the cube minus the volume of the cone. So, the volume of the entire shape, first of all, is the cube, which is just going to be 9 cubed. It's going to be the length times width times height, minus the cone, which is 1/3 pi 2.5 squared times 9. First part, 9 cubed is 729, and oops, equals, silly me, and 729 minus this whole mess, which is 58.875. This would be equal to 670.125, which is approximately 670 yards cubed. Now, with the pi button, by the way, here you would have gotten 670.09. And again, this one's not off that much because we used pi only once. But 670 yards cubed. That is all. See you tomorrow.